Have you ever noticed your breath? Specifically, how your breath moves in and out of your body? Most of the time, we pay no attention to our breathing, but it's one of the most basic elements to help calm a busy mind. Hi, my name is Carla Belzer, and I'm a family life educator with the University of Illinois Extension. In today's moment for mental health, we're going to talk about deep breathing as an important part of a self-care routine. Mindfulness is the ability to be fully aware of the present moment, and it helps us be less reactive and overwhelmed by our current situation or surroundings. And while mindfulness can be practiced and experienced in many different ways, one of the most basic mindfulness practices is deep breathing. When we breathe normally, we generally take shallow breaths. And when we're stressed or anxious, this shallow breathing can actually enhance or make our symptoms worse. By engaging in deep breathing or belly breathing, we breathe deeper into the lungs, which allows us to take in more oxygen. And as we do this, we experience something called a full oxygen exchange, which helps us slow down our heart rate. It lowers our blood pressure, and it calms both our mind and our body. So deep breathing is a really easy way to practice mindfulness. To start, first, you probably need to find a quiet place to sit where you won't be distracted. And while deep breathing exercises can be practiced anywhere, you might be more comfortable completing this practice seated in a chair with your feet firmly planted on the floor. If you're comfortable and if you're able, you can get down on the floor and sit in a lotus style position. Choose a position that works for you. And you may want to experience this practice with your eyes closed. However, if you're not comfortable closing your eyes, feel free just to hold a soft gaze on the floor or on something in your environment. Once you're in a comfortable position, turn your attention to your breath as you inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And as you're doing this, simply observe your breath. Don't try to adjust it. Don't try to change it. Just quietly notice your breath. It may be helpful to notice where you notice your breath in your body. You may notice how your abdomen rises and falls, or how your chest rises and falls. Or you may even turn your awareness to the sensation of air as it moves in your nose and out your mouth. Repeat this breathing cycle several times for a minute or so. If you're feeling calmer, consider taking a few more minutes to take a few more mindful breaths. Engage in this practice for as long as you're comfortable. And there are many strategies for learning deep breathing techniques. One that may be helpful is called box breathing. And to practice this technique, you are simply going to trace a box in the air with your finger as you're taking breaths in, holding them, and then exhaling. So the idea here is that you'd want to draw the top of the box as you're inhaling slowly to a count of 4. You're going to hold that breath as you're coming down the side of the box for a count of 4. You're going to exhale the breath as you're going across the bottom of the box for a count of 4. And then you're going to hold that empty feeling as you're coming back up to the top of the box for a count of 4. If you're doing box breathing, that's something that you can repeat several different times. And also know that there are many resources available to help with deep breathing, including apps and even animated GIFs. Deep breathing techniques help to clear the mind, they help relax the body, and they can improve our focus. When we engage in deep breathing exercises regularly, it can promote feelings of calm and wellness while relieving stress. And to enhance your self-care routine and to support your mental well-being, set aside a few minutes each day to practice deep breathing. When we practice mindful breathing regularly, it can make it easier to do so in those stressful situations. So, how will you cultivate mindfulness in your own life? How can you benefit from a deep breathing practice? Deep breathing is just one of the many ways to use mindfulness to promote mental wellness. Set aside time each day to take a few deep breaths and really notice your breathing. Relying on your own breath is just one way to improve your mental wellness. I hope you join us again for another moment for mental health.